Hey everybody! It has been a while. Well, since my last video, I went on vacation, which was amazing. Came back, my dog had run away while I went on vacation, which I came back and tried to do 2 videos, neither of which were meant to go out. So I deleted both of them. So now I'm doing a video on a completely different day because the energies, I don't know what you're feeling. I talked to a friend of mine yesterday. I came home from the store and I told my husband, I said, I don't even know if I'm in my body because I was fixing lunch and it was like, if you ever get to the point where you're hungry and you're jittery and things just aren't going well and you're dropping stuff, or yeah, that's where I was. But I wasn't really hungry. But I kind of passed it off as that. And then I went to the store and I got in my car and I was like, what did I just do? I mean, I'm telling you, my brain was just like not even here. So I asked a friend of mine, I was like, are you, and she's like in South Africa, so she's not even here. But I asked her, I said, are you feeling this too, or is it just me? And then of course I laughingly said, okay, just make me feel better and tell me you're feeling it too. But, and she told me, she's like, yes, she has days where she's feeling the same thing. So I'm just letting you know, if you're having days that you just feel off, you know, you just feel like you're not yourself, you're not in your body, nothing's going right. You go to do stuff and it just falls apart. Everything, you're dropping everything, you're knocking stuff over and you're not normally clumsy. It's okay. Just ground yourself. You know, just go out, stand in the grass. She said she takes long showers, you know, to let the water cleanse her. Whatever you need to reground yourself and bring yourself back to center. Because by the time, you know, all of that happened, I did kind of bring myself back and I felt much better afterwards. But don't panic. Just don't panic. Don't go into, oh my God, there's something wrong with me, or I need to go to the doctor. And now, granted, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. What I am telling you is things are shifting. If you have an off day, even a couple of days, see how things go. You know, because this happens not frequently, but it happens. You know, where you're you know, you're perfectly fine. Like today, I'm perfectly fine. Yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh. I felt off. Like I wasn't even here. So anyway, first of all, I wanted to share that with you because I know I'm not the only one. She's not the only one. Sometimes my husband has these days where he just feels off. Let it right. You're not going crazy. Okay? You're not losing your mind. It's none of that stuff. Things are shifting. And the other part that I will tell you is, for most of us, we're awake, right? We understand the corruption. We understand how big it is. Well, and I know this, but more and more information is being downloaded to me as to just how corrupt it is. And when I think about it, or if I really sit with it, it is so, it's so blatant, it's so obvious, and some of us get it, and some people just don't, and that's okay. We just have to, you get it to the degree that you're meant to get it. And they will get it if and when they're meant to get it. But I have to tell you, because I know, talking to my friend the other day, and we were talking about something, I can't remember what, and she said it all goes back to the children. And I remember a couple of years ago, and it's always been about the children. And I remember a few years ago, a friend of mine told me, she's like, check this out. And I came home and I did, and I'm going to tell you in a minute what it is. I have to be careful. She said, check this out. And I came home and I thought about, and I checked it out and I Googled it. And of course, you know, Google is not the most reliable source. But I was getting information. I was like, oh my God, no, this can't even be right. Because I didn't know what I didn't know at that point, right? Well, what it was, okay, follow me here. If you call Domino's, what do you get? Okay. And if you live in a gated community, you have to open the gate to let them in, right? Okay. Well, when your pizza gets there and you open the gate to let them in, hopefully, you know, it all goes well. That's what I checked out. Now most of us understand what that is, and that's just the beginning. So there are other facets to it as well. However, I didn't put a lot of stock into it at the time, right? Now I understand what it is and how big it is. It is a massive pizza. Huge. So anyway, but now it's being, a lot of it is coming out. A lot of it is being revealed. You know, like the movie, The Sound of Freedom, that brought a lot of it out. All of this stuff with the Catholic Church. And I remember way back years ago, you heard about what the priests were doing to little boys. And I was like, oh my God. And I kind of just, and this is the problem, because we hear about it and then we just let it go. And it's like, no, I don't want to get involved, or that can't be, it's not right. Well, that's the problem, because so many people have let it go. And then I remember when I was a scout leader, they had too deep leadership for a reason. Well, doing what I do, helping people through their traumas, helping people through healing their past, being able to move forward, I cannot tell you how many people I've met and worked with that have been victims of rape. And I'm not just talking about women being raped by men. I'm talking about children, young little girls that have been raped by their family, little boys that have been raped by their family, men in their family, you know, and whether it be their family, whether it be a scout leader, whether it be a police officer, whether it be someone in the church, whether it be military. When I met my husband, because of where he was and because of the veterans that I came in contact with, it blew my brain how much of this goes on in the military. It's sick. It's sick. But it happens. You know? So when you don't ever judge somebody, you know, and I'm telling you, if you have been a victim of that, you need, I'm here to help you, okay? And this is not a judgment at all. But it's time for us, this is the time for us to step out of the victim mentality, because nothing happened to you, it happened for you. This is the time to figure out why it happened but the other thing is, don't, because you will be, and you probably have been, made to feel like it was your fault. It was all your fault. If you hadn't acted, what was it? Sigmund Freud. He was the one that he understood how the brain worked. And he was hiding the fact, all these women were going to him saying, I was raped by whoever. And he would spin it and tell them, oh, well, it was your fault. And brainwash them to make them think it was their fault. So all these women went through life thinking that they had screwed up and they had done something wrong, when in fact it's not you. The person that did that to you is sick. It's a power play. They have a very low self-esteem. And the way they gain their self-esteem is to take yours. So it's not you. It's not your fault. You didn't do this. You didn't ask for this to happen. And it's a bigger picture than what I can tell you here, but coming to terms with that and helping people through that is what I do. And I've been able to help a lot of people get past that, because there are a lot of people that have been victims of rape, incest, whatever, and they feel like it's their fault. They feel like they've done something wrong. What did I do to deserve this? When in fact, and it's damaged you, and you're carrying that weight. It's time to let that weight go. Everything that I've seen, I've read, I'm feeling, I'm getting it's time to let go of the past. It's time to move forward. And that's part of it. If you feel like you've been a victim, let's work on that. You work on that. And again, this comes from love, 100% love. This is not judgment at all. Because everybody that I've talked to, everybody that I've worked with, I've gotten them past that, and they understand, and they can deal with it better now, and they can move on. They've cut that tie, they've cut that anchor, they've cut that cord that has kept them held down and suppressed and depressed and felt like a victim all their lives. A lot of these people have been suicidal because they felt like something was wrong with them. Again, it's not you. The person that did this I don't want to say there's something wrong with them, because again, it's a bigger picture than I can explain here. But they did it. You helped them fill a void. Now, for them to release the guilt from themselves, they blame you. They look at you. They make you look like they make you look like it was your fault, to take the eyes and the guilt off of them. It wasn't your fault. They are the ones that were filling a void. They are the ones that have a very low self-esteem. They are the ones that have a power. They're seeking power because they don't love themselves. They're seeking to take from you because they feel lack. So I'm hoping this is helping you put a different spin on changing your mindset, because that ultimately is what we need to do. on so many levels. It's changed our mindset, from victimhood to empowerment, and from releasing the past to enjoying and loving the future, and the now and the future. So if you, again, this isn't from judgment. I can't tell you how many people, it, I won't say it blows my mind, but it is inconceivable to me how big this is. So you're not alone. If I'm talking to you, if this resonates with you, you're not alone. You're not at fault. I can help you get past that. However you need to do it, I'm not saying just drop it and let it go. There is a process to get you through this. It's not just a simple, oh, okay, suck it up, buttercup. No, this is huge. They stole your innocence. They stole your trust. A lot of these were trust issues. I mean, you don't go to your family thinking that you're going to be abused. You don't go to a Boy Scout thing thinking, or a Girl Scout thing thinking you're going to be abused. You don't go to church thinking you're going to be abused. Teachers, same thing. Police officers, same thing. Now, I'm not saying every person in those positions is this type of person. But this type of person is everywhere. Everywhere. And I'm for the people that have not experienced this in your life, now I'm talking to you. Because when things start coming out, if you have not opened your eyes to the fact for the trafficking and the sexual abuse that has happened, the people that are going to be exposed it's going to blow your mind. That's where people are going to be like, oh my God, I did not know this person was doing this. Oh my God, I had no idea. I thought I trusted that person. It could be somebody in your family. It could be somebody, again, at your church, the sheriff in your community. And it doesn't have to be a high-ranking person. It could be your neighbor. So I'm just telling you, it's far, it's wide, it's deep. So there's a lot. And then the other part that it hit me, and it's like, why can't some people see this? They didn't censor what we talked about prior to 2020. I mean, if it was really bad, they would censor it, right? Well, I told my husband yesterday, I said, you can search the most horrific porn stuff, and it's on the computer. I remember years ago when I worked at the schools in the computer department, we couldn't block these sites fast enough that the kids in high school, this was middle school, kids in middle school were surfing porn. It's like, what the fuck? And then the parents wanted to look at us like it was our fault. I'm like, well, maybe if you were a better parent. But anyway, I digress. So you can search the most horrific, god-awful stuff that your brain wouldn't even think about. And you can see it. Animal abuse, same thing. They play that stuff all day, every day. But you start spreading the truth, and they're going to block you. They're going to cut you. They're going to fact check you. But people don't see that. We're a conspiracy theorist. It's like, When did that ever become a thing? In 2020? When we started talking about the truth and started talking about what was happening and trying to warn people, don't listen to the media. They're lying to you. Don't do what you feel is wrong. But we were the bad guys. We were the ones that now you're seeing, now it's coming out that we were right all along. And what we were saying was true. More of this stuff is coming out. More people are waking up. And then the other part of it is the food and drug industry. That is the part, aside from the kids, that is the part that just rips me. I don't want to say it rips me apart, but it kind of does. Because Sigmund Freud's nephew was the one that started advertising. Look at what is being advertised. If it's being advertised, I would bet you almost 100% it's not good for you. Because it's processed food. I saw somebody the other day, they were in, I think, Europe or whatever. They're talking about how this country, there's stuff that we consume, we put on our bodies that other countries ban because it is so bad and so harmful to you. The United States, oh no, they'll slap a sticker on it and put it on the shelf and the FDA will approve it. Most of us know that they're also part of the problem. But again, if there's an advertisement for it, because they have said, and they've made it clear that the FDA will not approve a natural, holistic product. They just won't. Because that's not where the money is. So people have become so lazy. And I don't mean that. I mean that because people want quick results. They want to microwave everything. They want fast food. They want a drug to fix them. Doctors are not taught health. They're not taught nutrition. They're taught medicine. Did you ever ask yourself why? Think about it. You go to the doctor. Doctor, I'm overweight. How am I supposed to fix this? They put you on drugs. Doctor, my blood sugar's high. How am I supposed to fix this? They put you on drugs. They don't tell you to give you an exercise plan and tell you to eat right. Or they might, but they really don't give you guidance on it because they don't know. So that is where stepping out of the matrix is so critical. Stop living in the fast results, the I want it now. That's where the problem is. Now, some people are just going to continue doing it because it's convenient. And that's what we have become. We want convenience. Instead of, because I've said this, I've mentioned this story a few times with my husband. When I met him, he was on all kinds of medicines. But now, and I told him yesterday, I said, nothing we do is like way out there. It's not difficult, but we don't eat fast food. When we go out, we try to eat reasonably healthy. We don't go to, I can't tell you the last time we went to a fast food restaurant. But we're not under stress anymore. We know things exist, but we don't let it worry us Because why am I going to worry about it? I can't stop it. I can plan, I can prepare for it, but he's not under stress. We do what we want. We're happy. You know, that doesn't mean we don't go through our bumps and all that kind of stuff and life doesn't happen, but you learn to look at it in a different light. And you learn to walk through it instead of stumble and fall and bitch and complain and all of those things. So, but now he's not on medicine. None. Zip. And he went to his doctor a couple months ago and she's like, so you're still alive? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, and you're still not on medicine? And he's like, nope. And she said, you're really doing good. They did blood work and all that kind of stuff. And he's fine. Now, I'm not telling you to come off your medicine. What I'm telling you is shift your lifestyle. It's not about diet. Words are powerful. When you say you're going on a diet, your brain goes into oh shit mode. It goes into, you're getting ready to starve me. You're getting ready to deprive me. You're getting ready to just shift your lifestyle. That's it. It is that simple. Stop watching TV. Get out and exercise. Get out, get fresh air. Get out into nature. Do what you enjoy doing. And be happy. Just be happy. You know, eat as healthy as you possibly can. Now, even going to the grocery store and buying fruits and vegetables nowadays is not healthy. That's why they tell people to raise your own stuff. I have other gifts. A garden is not one of them, but that's okay. So, but eat as healthy as you can. Don't eat the processed stuff. If it comes in a box, don't buy it. If it can't, try to eliminate or cut out sugar. Now, I know I'm right there with you because I enjoy my sugar, but sugar feeds cancer cells. Sugar is one of the most addictive things that they've gotten us on. So when you look at the Food and Drug Administration and the foods we consume, the drugs we consume, start piecing it together, people. Start adding 2 and 2. It comes to huge dollars out of your pocket into theirs. Meanwhile, you're paying for it not only with money, but you're paying for it with your life and your health. The obesity rate is insane in the United States. And now they're talking about putting children on diabetic medicine. What for? You know why? Because people feed their kids fast food. They give them soft drinks, which are loaded in sugar. If you do that, please, for God's sake, stop. You're killing your kids. But you know what? That's the agenda. They're going after them. They're killing the kids before they're even born. They're trying. It's huge. I'll be glad to go into it, but not here. If you want me to go into it, let me know. Reach out to me. I'll be glad to share knowledge that's going to make your stomach turn. It's going to make you, when I think about it, hellfire flies into me. Because the people behind this, they're here for a reason. It's to wake people up. Some of us have woken up. Some people still haven't gotten the memo, or they've discarded the memo. It's like when Hitler was here. Hitler was here for a reason. He's still here. He just happens to be in different places. He's still running things, and I'm not talking about Trump. Trump is not Hitler. So the people that he's up against, that's who I'm talking about. The people that try to squelch him, try to make him look bad, try to make him, send him to court, try to kill him, whatever. They're the ones that I'm talking about. But it's all playing out for a reason. So, again, if there is an agency, whether it be government, education, organized religion, who else? Food, drugs. I'm sure I missed something. It's all tied together. All of it. So, again, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help wake you up. If you're already there, I'm here to help you get even further. You know, and back to the beginning of my conversation, if you are on either side of the equation, whether you were raped or you were the raper, I can help you. There is no judgment here. If you want to drop the past and you want to heal and you want to move on, there's no judgment, because it's nothing but unconditional love. And I can help you in either case. Now, some people might shun at that and go, oh my God. But you know what? Everybody deserves a chance to change. Because the person, if you were the one doing it, you could have gone through that as a child. And you grew up thinking that was the way you're supposed to be. Or it could have been a generational thing. There are a multitude of reasons. Again, I'm not here to judge you. Whatever side of the equation you were on, if you are struggling with that, if you are trying to get past that, if you are dealing with that, I can help you. That's what I do. So, anyway, I send you guys love. I don't care what it is you've been through. Even if it's a different scenario. If you're trying to dump the past, we can do that. I can't do it for you. You have to do it. But I can help you through it. And I can guide you. So anyway, because we're trying to lighten your soul, lighten your being. Only when you get rid of the darkness can you become light. And evolve and ascend and do everything that we are designed to do. So anyway, again, I send you guys love. I'm here to help you. Whatever the scenario is. Now, if you're going to call me, and because there are people that I just cannot help because they don't want to be helped. Don't call me if you're going to play victim. You know, if you're open to changing, I can help you change. But because I've had people that I say, you know, this happened for whatever, and all I get is excuses, blaming others. If you're past that point, I can help you. If you're still hell-bent on blaming someone else, I can't, I can help you through that, but you have to be open to want the help. Because that was one of the things that I was told way back when I started my journey. They said, Pam, you can't help everyone, and you're not meant to. Some people don't want help. They just want to play victim. They want to perpetuate. And I'm not judging that either, because I was there. Before I woke up and shifted me, but I was open. I knew that things needed to change, and I could only work on me. But yeah, I was angry. I was very angry. I hated everybody. It was everybody else's fault why I was where I was, why I was who I was, why I was in the situation I was in, why things happened to me. It was everybody else's fault. It wasn't mine. Kidding? Couldn't have been my fault. They did it. No. I understand now that I created that within me. I created the chaos because I was full of chaos inside. I created the hateful things that happened because I was full of hate myself. So anyway, enough. Again, I'm sending you love. Just brace yourself, because more of this stuff is coming out. More things are coming to light. I know my husband said today that they were supposed to release the case files on the JFK assassination. He said that, and they're not going to do that yet. I said no, because they're not ready. Because it's going to implicate. It's going to prove who's guilty. The same thing with Abraham Lincoln. It's the same thing with Martin Luther King. The same thing with everybody along those lines that disappeared or got killed or whatever. 9/11, same thing. It's all the same group. So anyway, I'm sending you love and light, and I hope you have an amazing day. The weather's getting beautiful here, so yeah, it's awesome. I love you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. Let's get there together. We will talk soon.